this was such a forgettable match, apart from the ending, which was extraordinary.
They've just gone at the moment. They forgot how to win football games. They forgot how to defend. They've forgotten how to really boss and dominate and stifle opponents and basically have so much of the ball and fizz it about so quickly that the opponent has just become so fed up. And I get it, their defending has been extremely poor recently. They can barely keep a clean sheet. I think Nottingham Forest recently, the only one, and it shouldn't have been, only because Ortega made saves and Chris Wood missed chances. It's not just that. It was the fact that when they get this goal from the deflected cross, the match is still even.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not... It wasn't like they were absolutely playing United off the park. I actually liked Man United's shape. I thought their shape was very good. I thought they passed it pretty well for this kind of derby, because if you look back in recent history, they're lucky if they have 30% possession in this game. They're lucky if they see the ball. In this one, they felt really comfortable in the ball, Man United. They just didn't have much guile and, physicality and pace and invention in the final third until near the end of the game. So it was a pretty even game, which you've very rarely said over the past few years. Yes, United have won some of these games on the counter-attack, but they've been played off the park. They were not played off the park. And this is a team that a new manager's come in and he's trying to figure out where all these players can play and how he's going to get the best out of it. Gone toe-to-toe with a team. At the start of the season, there were a lot of people's favourites to win the league. There were a lot of people's favourites to win the Champions League. But they were so inept in the final third, and they were so poor defensively again. It really is shocking. You don't even have to give this team a punch in the nose. You've only got to slap them in the back of the head and they buckle.
Yeah.
And I'll give United a lot of credit for that. But Manchester City, it's hard to fathom out how a side that was so feared across Europe, not just in England, that every time you went to play them, you were going to get an absolute battering. To have said this in the last week or two, Dan, there's not a team that are in the top division anywhere around Europe, be it the Champions League or England, that doesn't feel that they can go and beat this team.
Frank, it was a game that just lacked in any sort of quality.
Oh, exactly. I think it's one of the worst derby Manchester City against Manchester United that I ever watched in my life. And I've seen nothing until the end, but mostly because of defensive mistakes from City. But that was so poor. And again, I'm with Craig in a way that I think United did better than City. I think when they had the ball, they tried to do something. Defensively, they were pretty decent, I have to say. And because of Hamad Diallo, they had possibilities to score, and they did. Good for them. But otherwise, from City, I don't get it. I don't understand. That was the best team in the world last year, like 6 months ago. And from there, they are a mid-table team, and I'm being nice saying that. And I agree with Guardiola. They have nothing. Right now, yes, he's not good enough. It doesn't mean he's not good, but yes, he's not good enough right now because he has to sort all the problems out. But the players, I mean, yes, Matheus Nunes didn't play in this position, okay. But on the second goal, yeah, I'm not even talking the first goal, but the second goal, Guardiola is not covering, but also Matheus Nunes, even if it's not his position, let Hamad Diallo going. He doesn't go, he doesn't follow, he doesn't know what to do, he doesn't know if he has to play offside or not. And Guardiola has to kick the ball out. I don't know what he tries to do. He tries to do a magic against when he has to save his goal. I mean, that was insane what I saw from Guardiola today. But overall, we didn't see De Bruyne. No. We barely see Foden. Walker, oh my God, that's only the shadow of himself. And so many others, we don't see them anymore. We don't recognize them. That's frightening. Really, that's scary.
That really is, isn't it, Luis? You take a look at that. Haaland hardly touched the ball. Kevin De Bruyne was taking free kicks. They were going 30 yards high and wide. Doku is so frustrating. Phil Foden, who was the player of the year last year.
Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva, your guy, you used to see him on the ball all the time.
And it's everyone. Everyone is a 2 out of 10 at the moment.
Yes, I think that the feeling of this team is they just gone. They don't know how to react to this situation. The ideology of how to play, how to make this tiki-taka all the time all together. In the moment that you lose the ball, react straight away and recover the ball. We don't see that anymore from Manchester City. It was just to be a team that you know that when you play against them, you're never going to touch the ball. You need to, and I think the Man United knew it, that they have to be organized and then make those quick transitions, trying to make a counter-attack, and maybe like this you can create or score a goal, and that's what they did. They knew the plan, but this Manchester City is not anymore that team. The team that they are looking, those triangulars that the Guardiola used to say to try to Bernardo Silva, Foden, De Bruyne, start passing to each other in very short distances, lose the ball, react and recover the ball again because you are close there. There is no anymore that. They just lose, they look sloppy, they look tired. You don't see those transition people tracking back. It's too open when before they used to be very narrow altogether. There is a Manchester City that is not recognizable for quite a long time. And right now, I'm sure that Pep Guardiola is trying to find the way of getting back there. There's been a lot of talk if Rodri was into the field, this could be a big difference, but I don't think the one player can make that much difference up front because they are not creating, and at the back because they are so vulnerable. So, yeah, a lot of work to be done, and let's see if they can redirect the situation. Still a lot of things to do.